I have got another garage sale ride along and haul video with the research to help you see what you can sell items for on eBay and Etsy coming up right after this. Let's take a look around this estate sale and stay tuned at the end for the haul video and the research so that you can find out what things like this sell for on eBay and Etsy. As I walk around this estate sale, let me know if you saw anything that you would have picked up that I missed. So I walked up on this garage sale, which was full of stuff, and I couldn't wait to look around. I found some really cool like paper products, also some of these like handmade doilies, but I don't really sell stuff like this anymore. There was a lot of sewing stuff. I mean, you can see the prices are really, really good. But I was trying to keep it with like things I could sell and make $5 or more. But of course, this is all the stuff I would have picked up in a heartbeat before. Some of these prices were so good. I love vintage patterns. You know, notions and things like that and fabric can really go for some good money. Aha, box up above. Hang on, it's going to get wonky for a second. There's a box up high. Nobody's looked at it. We're going to bring it down, and I'm going to show you what's inside. This sewing box ended up being empty. So I did not get it. But, again, the prices were really good. I'm looking at all these tags. Like, somebody really went to town pricing out all this stuff. It's crazy. I wonder if it was like a church or something that would just, everybody compiled everything. Vintage wrapping paper. This is a bunch of vintage wrapping paper. I love selling vintage wrapping paper. Even if it's out of the package, it can sell for pretty good money. I mean, so $1 for all of that. Pardon me. I could sell some of those. You know, I probably could have sold some of those for $10, $12 a pack. I don't end up getting them, but I'm going to show you the floor just because, hey, let me show you me knocking stuff down because that's fun, right? So, yeah. It's not always easy to record. Maybe I need a GoPro. So I'm looking around a little bit more here. There's some nice silverware. It wasn't silverware. It was, or silver plate even. Otherwise, I could have gotten it. Pardon me again, you guys. So lots of kitchen items. I don't really sell a lot of that. Of course, tabletop device is not for sale. I was like, ooh, I could use this. No, not for sale. Yeah, and then we hit the music. There's a ton of records, a ton of CDs, and then there were some cassette tapes as well, which I end up digging through because cassette tapes can go for pretty good money. Of course, I'm not there yet. Let me just talk about the records. I looked through them, but I don't know enough about records to really be, I don't know, to look them up. And I mean, I would have to look them up, that is. So yeah, okay, audio tapes, 50 cents each. I was looking through these because if you get a good lot of them together, you can really sell them for some good money. Oh, I was looking for the slides. These slides, they were empty. I was looking to see if there were any slides left inside, but no, because those can actually go for a fair money as well if they're interesting images. So finally we get to the tapes. So I start looking through these tapes. These drawers are full. I like getting blank cassettes too. I have a ton of them. I don't end up selling them because my kids end up using them all the time. So yeah, I was looking through these and I thought, ooh, if I could find some like, make a good lot, like, ooh, there's a couple Pat Benatar, something that would go for some good money if you made a lot up with them, like some old punk stuff. And so I end up pulling out a bunch of these and going through them. I'm going to speed this up. And then I decide, you know what, this is an awful lot for me to pick up and not be 100% sure about because I'm really trying to kind of streamline what I'm selling and make sure it's going to sell a little quicker. I normally don't mind or didn't mind having a Joey Lawrence, oh my gosh, a longer tail type items, but I really don't anymore unless it's small like jewelry. I don't want to have a big bunch of stuff sitting around my house that isn't selling quickly. So yeah, I grabbed this tape. Sorry, wonky all over the place. I grabbed this like tape carrier thing, and apparently I'm just gonna make you look at black. And hang on, let me figure out what's going on. Oh, what happened? Oh, there we go. Oh, okay. So I'm like, I'm gonna grab this carrier. I'm gonna stick the stuff in there that I want, and then I ended up right side of bread. I'm too sexy for my shirt, y'all. And I decided to go ahead and look them up. So I'm gonna fast forward some of this so that you can see what all I looked at. Hang on. So there was quite an eclectic mix of music there. I did end up keeping a couple of them. Wow, this is really fast and bouncy. But I went through and I looked these up, and I think I only ended up keeping 3 of them. I kept the Cyndi Lauper, I kept the Swing Kids, and I kept Aladdin because the movie Aladdin is coming out really soon, the live action one. Oh, look, there's Bobby Brown. Um, so I ended up putting the rest back because I took a second to look them up, and they really were not selling for that much. Maybe if I had looked up some lots, I might have been able to do like, oh, Whitney and Bobby Brown lot. That might have been good. But no, I didn't get that many of them. By the time I started looking around the rest of the garage sale, it was starting to get a little bit crowded, so it was a little harder for me to record. But look at just the variety of stuff. I almost got this belt sander just because I want one for fun, but I didn't get it. But yeah, we were looking around. There's a lot of like random kitchen, like household stuff, like lights and things like that. And then there was a lot of baby stuff. I'm just gonna make you super dizzy in this video. I've decided this now. And there were like a million cat puzzles too. I don't even know if I show it. I'm going to show you the floor and the ground. Look at all this concrete. Isn't this amazing? And this lady's butt. You need to see that. That was really important. Anyway, back over here. Like I said, it was getting harder to record. So baby toys, not even like really cool vintage toys or anything. And yeah, just kind of like meh. Nothing crazy amazing. Baby carrier stuff. I didn't ask. It must have been like a compilation of like church people and houses. I'm like all fundraising for something, I'm guessing. Coming back out. Let's see if I ever show you anything other than the concrete. I mean, they knew what they were doing. They had all their setup right. This is like just my quality of video right here is just not stellar. Knee braces, anybody? Oh, here's like a little vintage like recipe box. But yeah, I don't really do very well with those. I do like looking at office supplies, but I didn't end up getting anything here either with the office supplies. Gotta clear that throat again. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, nothing. Meh. I think I just end up getting like 3 tapes, like little light bulbs. That kind of would have been fun for some of our electronic type stuff for homeschool, but no. I'm just gonna make you dizzy and like get all the thumbs down. Oh, sunglasses. I did look at these, but I didn't end up buying them. You had to buy like the whole bag full of them, and I didn't want them all. There were like a couple in there. I was like, oh, this would be cool, but you'd have to get the whole bag of the sunglasses. Do I ever show you the price? I don't think I do, and I don't remember what it was now. So smart. SMRT. Let me stop now and move on to something else. Okay. Well, I am glad I took a hot second to look up because some of those tapes were not worth it. 50 cents a piece is a good price, but if they're only selling for $3, then it's not so much. I did, however, pick up a few for myself. I love Miss Cyndi Lauper. You can't see. There's quite a glare there. Miss Cyndi Lauper. She's so unusual. I love her. And also the Swing Kids soundtrack, which is a phenomenal soundtrack, by the way. And then I got Aladdin soundtrack. I didn't look this one up, but I thought I'm going to get it just on a hunch, just on a gut. It's Aladdin. It's Disney. It's a cassette. It's vintage. Let's just get it and see what happens, right? You got to let the chips fall where they may sometimes. So I spent $1.50 on those, and we are going to go check out another estate sale. Here we go. Alrighty, here we are at the estate sale. Hopefully I'm not covering up my mic, but I am a sucker for these little boxes. I just love them. So this was just a random little probably matchbox, and then I saw this cutesy little bird. I couldn't quite read it. I saw made in Russia, but that I couldn't figure out what the mark was, so I took a risk on this little bird. Oh, everything was half off this day, so I got it for $1.50. So yeah, let's take a look. Some pretty cool little eggs there. And there were some other things that were like international items, whether they traveled a lot or not. I don't know. Maybe they just were Russian, but there were some really cool stuff. I think they were travelers. Personally, there was some other really cute little birdie stuff, but I just got that one bird from there. Look, little boxes. I just can't help myself. They're so cute. I just love them. But I looked, they were just like mass-produced ones, so I'm a sucker for them. So here's some more little birds, but I just got the one little bird. I know I got some other stuff here too, but let's look. I like the little trumpet plant kind of lamp there. That was really sweet. And I saw a little box over there. I thought I picked it up. Maybe I come back to it. That's a nice vase with the cranes on it, but look how thick that ceramic is. I don't think it's like high quality. Just based, look, there's a seam. Haha, a seam. That means it's not like hand done. It's like a transfer type of pattern on there. And then the thickness of that ceramic was bananas. I got this. I do end up buying this tissue box holder, which may seem strange, but one, it's $1.52. It's so cool. And apparently there was a trash can that I totally missed. I don't see it here. The lady must have already grabbed it. Oh, is that out on the ground? Maybe that was it. But as I was checking out, the lady was like, I got the trash can that matches. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like, do you want the tissue box? I don't really care. No, she didn't want it. I guess she just wanted to make me feel like I missed out. I don't know. I'm like, whatever, lady. You can have the trash. Taking out the trash. So anyway, I don't know where that was going. I really like these kind of little jewelry boxes, but I didn't pick this one up because I'm trying to wean down doing a lot of that stuff because I've got some, they sit for a while, and yeah, they just take up space. So unless it's one that really can go for good money, I passed on it. This chair was really cool. It looked old, looked really like arts and crafts style. Like, so I would flip it over to see what the maker is. I don't know if I can show you what the maker is or not. But it was cool enough. I mean, I don't really care for the, what does that say? I couldn't read it again. It was too fast. But I just really liked it, but I had nowhere to put it. It's a really nicely made chair. But I didn't get it. Everything half off. Yes, I like that. So let's look at this carpet. Not in too bad a shape, but if they're selling the house, they might want to, clean it up a little bit. Let's move on and look at the floor in the bathroom. Let's pass on that. Let's look at the floor in here. Oh, guitar stand. I just bought one of these. I don't think I bought that one, but I bought one for my son recently. I think it was at a garage sale. Nutcracker. Oh, another little box. I do pick up this little box. Isn't it so sweet? It looks like a little book. It's got a little mirror inside. This is made in Occupy Japan. And I did pay like $4.50 or something like that on it, but it was so cute. And yeah, my camera work, y'all. Don't even. All right, some of this pottery was really, really nice. Kind of like that Art Deco style. Not exactly it's not Francoma, is it? What is that called? Oh my gosh, not whole. Maybe it is whole. Francoma? Anywho's, my grandmother had some of it. But that one, the pink and the green is really, really pretty. But I think I looked at one of them and it ended up being chipped. So, and then there's another little vintage pottery. But unless it's something that, like I said, is going to sell pretty quickly, I just can't do it. And I think they wanted a lot for that as well. So some nice little purses. They were kind of cute, but not really vintage. They were kind of made to look vintage, but they were not. So I didn't get it, but I look at it. Loop. I don't know that brand, Loop. And this is something from a hotel. I don't know if that would be worth getting. The Santa Fe one's kind of neat. And the quilts, it's kind of one of those hand-tied quilts. So, again, with the pottery stuff, before I would have, easily picked that up to resell. I don't know that would have sold for that much, though. But there were some fun pieces here. But on some of them, it's like they knew that they could have made more money. Oh, Holly Hobby. Or Sunbonnet Sue, whatever you want to call her. Now, these blocks. I do end up getting these wooden blocks. They are vintage. And a problem that I have is that I did not check. They are missing one. I mean, I look, but it didn't register in my brain. There's a block missing. So I bought them anyway. They were $2.50 with the half off. But I'm going to see if we can't squeeze that money out of it and get our money back from them. So, the little reproduction lamp. There's some belts and things. Oh, these sweet little enamel butterflies. Those were, so $1.50 each. Oh, and this is oh gosh, what's it called? It's like a key finder. A vintage key finder. I sold one of those before. So I decided, at first I'm like going back and forth about these. Like, no, maybe, yes, no. So I decided to go ahead and get them. I get the key finder. I get the butterflies and the cross. I decided just to go ahead and take a chance at with them and take a chance that you don't mind looking at the floor so much as you have been in this video. But yeah, for $1.50 a piece, I end up listing them for like 15 bucks each. So I think that's a pretty good ROI, y'all. So there's those. Let's see if I'm going to show you anything else. Or just the carpet. Y'all take a look at this screen. Isn't it amazing with all these like bird cages and birds? And I mean, it was so cool. I was like, ooh, I got to see how much this thing was. But so I went up to it and it was like, sold. But what a price, 195 bucks for that. That's amazing. More carpet. Oh my gosh. All right, that's better. So we've got some cool cloisonne like office stuff, like for cards and pens and things. And then this is is that a blotter or a seal? What's that? Y'all have to help me with what that is. Oh my gosh, I gotta check myself with this carpet stuff. Okay, there's a cool little globe and violin. This was really cute. I kind of wished it wasn't as expensive. It's metal. Tap, tap, tap. I'm tapping on it so you can hear. 30 bucks for that. And then there's like a carved little wooden stand underneath. I mean, even half off, 15 bucks. Maybe it would have been worth it. It's super cool though, isn't it? But no, I didn't get it. More ceramics. There's a Texas thing. We love our Texas, don't we? This is really cool. I kind of liked this piece, but when I opened it up, I was like, oh, 20 bucks, 10 bucks. The back is like, boom, gone. Ah, forget it. You know, I felt like it was flashed or something. Like, boom, nothing there. You're looking at nakedness. So, yeah, these are some cool things, too. There's a box up there I probably should have pulled down. It's a sweet little cross. What else was I looking at over here? That looks like a bridge set kind of card thing. And then this little frog, oh my gosh, with his little open mouth. He was pretty filthy, but he was cool. Maybe that's not for a bridge set, because it's so tiny. But what do you think? What do you think that was for, with all the little cards? I mean, it made me think of a bridge set because of the 4 little decks. Little watch there. And that's some decoupage with the family on it, just in case, you know, you like, hey, I don't know this family, but I want some decoupage with them on it. And this is, I think, an ashtray. I think, maybe. It's got some dried flowers in the top, a little scene. But it's either a mixed nut thing or an ashtray, one or the other. Oh my gosh. Come on, Margaret. Oh, that's better. Some metal art, which is a big no. This peacock pillow is kind of cool, but I'm so weird about pillows that are previously owned. Oh, I have got to stop. I spent $18.50 in this estate sale, and I got some really cool stuff. That's a tissue box holder, and I got some other things to look up and show you more later when we get back to the house. But I took a chance on a couple things just because they were small, and I thought they would be nice to sell and probably a good flip. But I will look them up more when we get back to the house. I was so happy that they had a public restroom, a customer restroom at this estate sale, because a lot of times they have it like totally closed off and you can't use it. Okay, let's go and see what else we can find. So I spent $18.40 at this estate sale. Let's take a look at what I picked up. So the first item I got, and now pretty much everything was 50% off unless it said firm. So these were some ABC blocks. They're made in West Germany, which definitely means they're vintage. I paid $2.50 for these. Unfortunately, it's missing a block. That's my own bad. I didn't even count them or think about it really. I was like, that's cool. So they've got the numbers. I still think they're super cool. They've got the little animals. They're in great shape. They're the kind that have like the little puzzles on them, so you can make the puzzle minus a picture. So let's take a look at what these are selling for on eBay and Etsy and what I think I can sell mine for missing a block. So again, $2.50. I want to try to get at least between a $5 and $10 profit or more if it's something that's this size that's going to take up space in my workroom. So let's take a peek at what I think I can get for these blocks. So my West Germany ABC blocks came up right away when I was searching. I'm seeing on my Google shopping right up at the top that they are complete selling for, 25, 35 bucks. Here's a used one for 19.99. Again, these ones are complete. So chances of me selling mine for that price is probably not going to be that great. But I'm probably going to try to list mine around $20. Maybe with the best offer. Still might be a pipe dream to get that much, but you never know. I'll definitely disclose that it's missing a block, but I'm going to try to see if I can get that price. If not, I'll have a best offer put on it. So if it goes down, I probably won't take anything less than $12. So I'll probably put something like that on it where it automatically refuses offers less than $12. The next item that I picked up was this ornament, and it is a cross. It's got some enameling in there. I'm not quite sure we can call it cloisonne. Maybe I would just for descriptive purposes, but it's got a lot of filigree. It's really, really nice. I spent $1.50 on it. And let's take a look. I had a little bit of trouble trying to find one exactly like it. So let's take a look at what I found that was similar and what kind of prices and profit I think I can get when I sell this really pretty ornate cross ornament. So here's my cross. This is not exactly like the cross I've got, but I had a really hard time. I thought I would be able to find one similar to mine, but I really couldn't. So this one is up for $32. I did a search, but yeah, I couldn't really find a whole lot like mine. So I'm probably going to list mine for about $25. I almost didn't get these. These are some enamel butterfly ornaments. There's this one. Look at his little face though. Look at that. There's that one. Then there's this one. And the third one looks so they can hang like that, or I guess however. And then there's our third one, like this little green one. So the stickers on the back do say made in China. I'd probably take that off whenever I'm taking those pictures just because a lot of times people see that made in China. They don't think that it's going to be nice, high quality stuff. And these are actually pretty nice. Sorry, made in China, but that's just the facts. So I will take that off before I list them. So let's take a look. I spent, let's see, they were $1.50 each, so that's $4.50 for the lot of them. Let's find out what I'm going to sell them as, and should I list them together as a lot, or will I do better if I sell them individually as one-offs? And here are butterflies a lot like mine. I see a lot of people are listing them together. Look at that one, 12 pieces for 170 bucks. Wow. And here's a set of 4 for $30. But then what I'm seeing is I'm seeing some that are up for $15 for a solo. So I think what I'm going to do is list mine individually because I would rather get $15 a piece than $30 for all 3 of them. Do the math. It's going to be better. It's going to be better if you sell them alone. Look at that spider. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to list mine $15 a piece. I paid $1.50 for them, so that's a good $10 profit on each butterfly when I sell them on eBay or Etsy, whichever they end up selling on first. I knew immediately what this was. Do you? Do you? Have you seen anything like this before? I have sold one of these, like new old stock, still on the card and everything. And it is a key finder, a purse clip from, I think the brand is King's. So we'll take a look at what I sold the one before for and what I think I can sell this one for. This is definitely vintage, so I can sell this on eBay and on Etsy. Let's take a look. What did I pay for this? Where's my receipt? I don't even remember what I paid for this. Was that what I paid for that? I guess I paid $2 for it. Did I really, or was that half of $2? Oh, it's a half of $2. So I paid $1 for it. All right, paid $1. Let's see, what am I gonna make on this little doodad? So this is the key finder that I sold a while back. I have it here. I'm showing you in preview mode because I don't want to relist it. I don't have it anymore. But it sold for $25. But it did have the tags still on it and everything. So let's take a look. I don't have a keychain on mine, but that's an easy fix. I'm seeing some, so maybe around $15. Here's one just like mine that's $18. Again, mine doesn't have the keychain on it, but I could put a keychain on it or just list it without and still probably put it up around $15. So I haven't been picking up a whole lot of collectibles, but I fell in love with this little bird. So take a look at this little treasure. It's a little wren. I paid $1.50 for it. And the clincher for me was on the bottom, I saw made in Russia. I did not know the maker's mark, but I thought it would be worth me looking up. I have discovered the maker's mark, and I'm glad I picked it up. So let's find out what I'm going to sell this little bird, this little wren that I got for $1.50 for, and what kind of profit I'm going to get on it. It is vintage, so I can sell it on eBay and Etsy. Let's find out what my profit's going to be. And then my little bird, I couldn't figure out, I'm going to show you my rabbit hole how I do my research. I knew it was a porcelain bird. I thought that the mark said JULB, which I was way off. But made in Russia, porcelain bird. I saw some that like, okay, maybe these are them. I'm seeing this Lomonosky. I'm sorry, I'm saying that. Losov. I am saying that so wrong. But what I did was I clicked on one, and then I found a picture of it flipped over with the maker's mark up, so I could see that mine was the same maker's mark. So that's how I found out what my brand was. Look at that hippo. That's super cute. Okay, so $32 on that. And then I wasn't sure what mine was. I put brown bird because at first I thought maybe it was a finch. I don't know my birds. It's a wren. So here I'm seeing it for $24. And then I did a little more digging. There's one up on Amazon for $17. Here's one for $24. And then there's quite a few listed on Etsy from anywhere from like $12 to $35. So I'm probably going to list it right around that $20 mark, just because I see some kind of all over the place in there. So I think that's a good middle point. I'll take some nice pictures and somebody's going to see it and just love it and need it and bring it home. All right, this is bigger than I've been wanting to pick up, but I just fell in love with it. I almost want to keep it for myself. So I figured like, oh, well, if it doesn't sell for a lot, maybe I'll just keep it. And it is a tissue box holder. And I spent, can you see that? The original price was $3, so I spent $1.50 on it. It's so pretty though, isn't it? It does have a UPC inside. So it says Morocco tissue cover. But I couldn't find this same exact one. But look, it's got these like inset little stones. It's so ornate. Isn't it pretty? But let's take a look. There are really good prices on some tissue covers. People are going to be looking for a certain style for their home. And so especially ones that really stand out or ones that fit within a certain era, it might be worth taking a look at. Again, it's big. So it's $1.50. If I don't think I can get at least probably $10 or more off of this thing, then I'm just going to keep it. So again, I couldn't find my same exact tissue box, but these are sold listings. Some of these are kind of like, meh. Look at that one. I guess this is a very fancy brand. Jan Bar Bogle. I'm going to butcher that name. Just skip it, Margaret. Just skip it. All right, so there's some cool ones. There's like a Weeping Willow for $17.90. And here's like it's a gold tone. That's that like Regency style. Hollywood Regency. Look at this one, $56. So there is a little money in tissue whole covers, but I don't see mine on here in the solds. I looked over on Etsy, and I found some tissue box covers that are going for a fair amount of money. I mean, so I might list mine for $40 and just see what happens. If it doesn't sell after a certain amount of time, I might just keep it. Because look at it, isn't it gorgeous? It is gorgeous. So I spent $1.50. If I can sell it for $40, that would be awesome. Especially since it takes up so much space. I know you're probably like, oh, it doesn't take up that much space. But my room's a mess, okay? I can't have that much big stuff in here. Oh, I fell in love with this. I paid up for it, but I love it. So let's take a look at this little treasure. It is scuffed and chippy, and it looks like a teeny tiny little book. And it opens up like this. And it's got a little lining in there, and the mirror's kind of old. Here's the bottom. I spent $4.50 on this. And as you can see on the bottom, it says made in occupied Japan. So this is quite vintage. I don't know that maker's mark. It looks like maybe a bird with the sun behind it. So that's something I'm going to have to do a little more digging on. But let's take a look at what I think I can get for this little trinket box that I got. Isn't it darling? It's so pretty. Even with all the little chips and everything, it's just so sweet. I love it so much. All right, my sweet little trinket box. There is a made in occupied Japan trinket box up on Etsy for $12, which I am not going to sell mine for that cheap, period. I'd rather keep it. So I was doing my digging. Look at this one. This is gorgeous. 48 bucks on that one. I didn't see one that looks like a little book like mine, but well, this one kind of looks like a little book. So that one was 50 bucks. Let's see. Does it look like a little book on the side? It does. Okay. Oh, look, it looks like it might have the same maker's mark. Yes. Okay, cool. So maybe I'm going to list mine. I mean, this one's in better shape than mine, but personally, like, I love mine more. Don't we always? So I think I'm probably going to go for the same, or right around that same mark, 50 bucks. So how did I do? Would you have picked up anything that I missed at this estate sale? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.